be handing out cards and everything. I'll be at every Raider game. So.
There we go. That's what I wanted to hear. I didn't hear it the first time. As you can see, we got a guest, the homie, my guy, Coach Gravy in the building. Coach Gravy, man, what's going on with you, boss?
How you doing, sir? Thank you for the invite, man. Much love. Always glad to be with you, man. Talking ball. Always.
Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate it. You know, it's kind of short notice. You know how these, you can hear me, right? You can hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Perfect. I just want to make sure, you know, Turf is always struggling in these YouTube startups. Sometimes, you know, I got whether it's sound problems, right? Who knows, man? But
you're a pro, bro. You're a pro already. You got it.
I appreciate that. But yeah, cheers to Gravy, man. Appreciate you for being through. We're going to have a great show. As y'all know, we are tackling, pun intended, running backs and wide receivers. That's the grade report for today. As you know, I give all of the breakdown in terms of PFF grades, you know, their thoughts, etc. So real quick, Gravy, if you don't mind, I'm going to go through this rundown. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of brisk through everybody and everything, my little monologue, and make sure that people is kind of abreast on what's going on. So Raider Nation, what's good? It's your boy Turf back again. I write this, I put this stuff together, so hopefully y'all appreciate it. And tonight we are diving in to the running backs and wide receivers, grading the cast from rookies. Not really true, because I'm not grading rookies. They haven't played yet, right? That's what you call a NA, you know, not applicable, not available, whatever, what have you. Breaking down free agency news, NFL-wide drama. We're under 15, so let's ride. Running back room, right? These are the guys you're going to be talking about tonight, man. Chris Collier, undrafted, right? No NFL snaps, right? Enough said. Dylan Lobby, another undrafted rookie, who's now in his sophomore season, if you will. Don't know if there's much we're going to have on talking about him, but we're going to get to it, man. Sincere McCormick, that's right. I know everybody knows I'm biased. You know what I'm saying? He averaged 4.7 a clip. Just saying, I understand. Limited, you know, we'll get into it. Raheem Mostert. He's a Pro Bowler, man, from 2023. People forget about that. So, you know, obviously last year didn't have the season that he wanted. And last but not least, to round off the running backs, man, Zamir White. I don't know, man. I think he's still gonna make the team. So we're gonna have to talk about that. I'm sure Gravy's got plenty to talk about all these guys. Trust me, we're combing through each of them one by one. But now we're heading to that receiver room, right? Jakobi Meyers, fan favorite, particularly Raider favorite. Turf is hard on him, but hey, he's locked in. I mean, I think you'll see a decent everything. Not what you like. It depends on how much of a Jakobi fan you are. But Trey Tucker, I don't know, man. That's going to be a tough one to talk about. So season. Colin Johnson, right? Another not applicable. Alex Bachman, Shedrick Jackson, Kyle Phillips, Ian Thomas. We'll talk about it. All right, we'll talk about it. You know, quarterback moves and injuries, right? NFL-wide news. A few backfields still in flux. Raiders could look to McCormick as a leader. Henry Nemesis trouble shows. I don't know where that's coming from. That makes no sense at all. Is Derrick Henry getting an extension? I mean, that's the question. This is just something to rile people up. That would be interesting. You know, I think he's worthy. What are your thoughts on that, real quick, Gravy? Would you extend King Henry?
For Baltimore's sake, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
You and me both.
You know, it doesn't look like he's slowing down at any rate. So,
And even if he did lose a step, he's still probably better than 3/4 of the league.
Perfect offensive end for him. Perfect. So they know they have a running quarterback, and with him, just more damage. So and Lamar's he's still young.
Right.
That's just double damage right there for Baltimore. I would sign him.
Yep, me too, man. So I don't know if anybody saw that unfortunate news on Judkins, man. He's got issues. It's unfortunate, man. You know, I'm just gonna brush over it because it is what it is. Oh, I mean, it doesn't sound good. So I mean, hey, God, it is what it is, man. It is what it is with that.
Even if it's misdemeanor, I noted that it was a misdemeanor, but that, to me, you know, personally, that if you got a degree on it, misdemeanor, or it's bad.
It's all the same.
It's just all bad. So, you know, either way, that's time. You don't know the circumstances, but there's got to be other ways for you to do things, handle situations like that than doing that.
Correct. So, yeah, let me finish and round up through these NFL-wide news, right? Tyreek Hill pushing for an extension. That shouldn't be a surprise. Free agent ripples, man. The Browns lost Baker to injured reserve. And then running back room shakeup, obviously. Somebody else was hurt.
Watson hurt too.
Yeah, but during they were injured during camp heat, so it's tough to look at, man. And last but not least, the Patriots, man. Shout out to my guy Spence, man. Patriots eyeing wide receiver upgrades may impact Colton Miller's trade value, linked to offensive line, wide receiver focus. So, yeah, right, because Miller's still not done, right? Or did they finally get that done?
I heard rumors that it's close.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's the thing, man. You do your research, man. Nobody really has a definitive answer. It's just like
I've seen different things. Everybody's saying different stuff, and I
Yep.
don't know actually, bro, if I should be, you know, kind of worried about it. You know, if he holds out, I'll be worried about it. I would be drastically worried about this offensive line if he's not there.
Right.
We're gonna have problems. We'll have problems with him not being there.
Right. Yep. So yeah, I agree with you. Absolutely. Packers.
It'll affect these running backs that we're talking about right now. It'll affect their grade, probably a grade.
Oh, immensely. Immensely.
He's not there.
Yeah. Immensely. Packers dealing with knee issue for their right tackle.
Yeah.
And again, this is just random news, right? Everybody knows it's slow right now. We got a few more weeks, right, till we start. I think they did just start camp, though, right? So the camp is just getting
17. 2 more days.
2 more days. 2 more days, camp start. So, yeah, it's going to start heating up then. You know what I'm saying? Game plan focus for the Raiders, building a balanced offense. McCormick, Mostert, White, Collier battling for backup reps. As you noticed, I didn't put in Laube. We'll have to talk about it, right? Myers is deemed our leader at wide receiver right now, man. Tucker is speed incentive, right? Johnson and others fight for spots. You know, obviously Dante is a big name. Yep. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I've been saying, you know, I get a lot of heat for it, but you know, we're happy with that If you're happy with that, then two rookies out there doing, and then all I hear is that Turf is all like, oh, we got Brock Bowers.
Right.
We got Brock Bowers. All right.
I'm with you, bro.
You need for Brock Bowers to be good, you need a number 2, number 3 receiver to be good also. And then we know we got Jakobi. Jakobi's gonna be there. Jakobi's gonna do what he does.
Right.
Jakobi doesn't make the plays that we need. He catches the ball, he doesn't drop it, he'll get his little long plays or whatever. But we're depending on a rookie to do what Jakobi don't do, and we're not talking about the guy that expected to do it. Dash.
Right.
Dash is a possession type receiver. And we're a 4th round pick that wasn't even the main receiver on his college team.
Right.
We're thinking that he's all world and comparing him to his comparison to himself is Randy Moss. That's a good inspiration, that's good motivation to be that, but
yep. Nope, I agree.
You ain't Randy Moss in college, bro. So it's just weird to me as coaching it. You look and say, hey, we're depending on a freshman to do what a senior used to do, and we got to groom them into it.
Yep.
Don't be talking bad about Thornton when he's doing rookie stuff. You made this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's
right. Yep. No, absolutely. No, that's what's up, man.
The expectations of this kid is amazing. The expectations of this rookie is amazing.
It's wild. It is wild. It's absolutely wild. My bad, man. I absolutely have to hit this one up. I was trying to get through this before, but I noticed it. My guy Chewy, man. Chewy. Salute. Always hooking it up, man. OG Turf and Coach Gravy, my Fresno guy, 559, baby. Yeah, that's my dude, man. I can't wait to hop on one of these lives, as well as we'll all be at the first game, man, the opening in Vegas. So definitely going to chop it up with y'all. So appreciate you.
We're going to get together.
As always, Chewy. Yeah, man. Thank you very much. All right, so where was I?
I never met Chewy, and he lives in my town, bro.
Oh, yeah? I know, and then you're going to meet him in Vegas, right?
I'm everywhere, bro.
Heck yeah.
I don't know where he stays at, though. Y'all know where he stays.
Right.
But I will. He's a young guy, man. He don't go to the same spots I do, bro.
Right,
I hide. He's probably out there open.
Yep. All right, so, man, Turf's takeaways, man. McCormick seems favorite, but depth won't be tested until week 1. Watch Mostert's health closely in terms of who is the backup, right? We all know Ashton Jeanty is absolutely going to be the number 1 running back for now. I know I said it, and it would be a shame. And I'm going to say this right now up front. It would be a shame for the Raiders to play him just to save face if Mostert and McCormick look better. I'm just going to put that out there right now. That would be pretty tough. I could see this happen. Right? I could see that happen.
You can see that during season.
During season, you get a little breather for the rookie, and pop, before you know it, Mostert's ripping the 30. Before you know it, McCormick's ripping the 20, and they just look better, right? I mean,
I think that process of him getting into the game as a running back is a little bit. You got to learn quicker. You got to learn on the quick. You got to learn on the field. You're going to get to know this and that. It might be tough for him in around. I'm not the type guy, Turf, to say, it's going to take him a couple of games to do it. Nah, I'm reps, bro. I'm reps. It might take you 2 or 3 reps to get the flow. That's it.
Right.
You know what it is. Them dudes, every guy on that field defending you ain't slow. So you got to know.
Especially as the instinctual position as a running back. I mean, let's just keep it a beam. Like you said, you get enough reps before the game. We're not talking multiple years at the running back position. I don't know many running backs that needed to be acclimated. Yeah, right? Like, Yeah, that don't even make no sense, man. So
That don't fly with me. That don't fly. Well, you need let the game come to you. Nah, bro. You give them your game, and
right,
you do it. That's what I expect from Jeanty. I expect that from him, and the other guys too, like you said.
yeah,
Like if you see that, and Jeanty is having some problems, I'm confident that Mostart and Sincere McCormick. I'm not that big of a fan of him like you are,
right,
but
yeah.
Zamir White. We're
Come back.
saying all this bad about him, but he has the reps and
Yes.
he's not gone yet.
No, he
So
could come back, bro. He could absolutely
he's
come
still
back.
there. He's
Yes,
still there.
I agree. I
It's
agree.
just the thing with him. I see Turf is that he looks great in preseason games and practice. He's probably a big time practice guy,
Right.
And then when he gets to the game, it's like a guy you teach a play over and over and over 100 times. And we're gonna run the piss out of this play. That's it.
Right.
And it, and then game time he forgets everything.
Go straight, out the door. Yep.
You see that a lot. You played that. What's that play? You forget it, and then he thinks like he has that problem. But when he did, with that stretch when Versace was there, those 4 games,
Right.
he took us to the. That was Jacobs, but when he had his little run of doing some things, and then when he gets out in the open, he just likes clutter. He just runs the clutter, and he thinks. But I would still say that with this new offense and the way they run the offensive line play, if it's zone outside zone, what Chip Kelly likes to run. A zone read if he's under center, whatever it is, that he'll adapt to it better because I hope the line play is better. Yeah,
right.
Sees the gap open,
Right.
So,
no, absolutely. That's
I wouldn't put Sincere McCormick out of. I mean, White out either. I wouldn't put him out either to get reps. Calder and Luby. You got to check, bro. No, they might be good special team players though. So we got to think about that. Cause
maybe
running backs are good special team players usually in there.
Yep. Now my other question too, man, did we lose Abdullah? They haven't talked about him, or I don't see him on the.
Why?
He's not on the roster either, right? Is he? He's not on the roster, right? Let me look.
On the roster, and he was on free agency for a minute, and then he got off free agency. So I was thinking maybe he was thinking retirement, but
right,
great athlete, man. He can still play.
I agree, and yes, you're right. He is not on the roster, bro. So, man, shout out to Amir Abdullah, man, and good luck to him. This is new news to me. It was very quiet. Did anybody else know about this? Seriously.
I knew Abdullah wasn't around from that was my odd man out giving White another chance was Abdullah. Because Mostart, has the speed and the agility to break out the perimeter guy. That's what Abdullah was for us.
Right. No, I agree.
He was a perimeter guy, and once we got Mostart, we got the perimeter guy.
Correct. Correct.
If he gets out to the perimeter, you ain't gonna catch him. So
no.
That's why I think Abdullah's days were numbered because we got that guy.
Right. No, that makes a lot of sense, and I am a little shocked that it just went so quietly. But once again, I'm gonna give my my shout out to my guy Amir Abdullah. I appreciate your services in terms on the team, etc. He was a good running back for us. You know what I'm saying? So let's finish up with these turf takeaways, man. Wide receiver core, Meyers is at the top. Already stated it. Tucker needs refinement, right? That's going to be interesting to see how Tucker and Geno work, right? Others are camp stories, of course, until proven, right? Everyone knows about Besh. Everyone knows about Thornton. Depth is real. So we're already dealing with it on our defensive line, which talk about scaring me. Yeah.
The whole
I mean,
defense
sure,
got
we'll
to
get
be.
into whatever. Yeah, we'll get into whatever Gravy has time for tonight, man. It's like, obviously we got to get through the grade report for the wide receivers and running backs, but
Yep.
it's gonna be Gravy time. Whatever Gravy got, man. Whatever he want to chop it up, that's what we're gonna do, man.
I'm with you. I'm with you all
Yeah.
the way.
So what the way in, man? Versatility versus production. Are we gonna trust rookies? Or are we gonna get some more veterans in the door, right? Injury insurance, McCormick's body, Tony's knee, Mostert's wear and tear, right? May have to add mid-season depth. These are just all things to weigh in on, right? Once camp starts, you already know we're going to start, unfortunately losing people and so forth on camp too. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the monologue to start. Thank you for putting up with me, Gravy, and all of that. Now one more thing we got to take care of, man, and that is chat lives matter. We got mad people in the building. I'm hitting everybody up. Billy Davis is in the building. What up, Raider Nation? Turk, Gravy, chat. Our guy Just Raiders, baby. Jay is in the building. Salute, fellas. Ultimate Raider fan 32 and Gravy, right? We already got Chewy up in this piece, man. We got J.E. I don't know who J.E. is. What's up? What's up, J.E.? Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. It's how FIFA says hi. Hi. Says hi. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Mike Notes. This is Mike. How do you think the Kansas City Chiefs will do this year? Hey, we all know we invite and welcome all fans. Great question. What's your thoughts, Gravy? What are you thinking on what they're going to do? Not that we care, but
not that I care, but I watch football and I watch our division, so I'm going to tell you that our division from top to bottom got better, and that's one team that did get better. Problem was the offensive line. They just signed their best offensive lineman.
Right.
$94 million. That's how you treat your linemen, folks. That's how you treat your best offensive lineman right there.
Yeah.
We got to understand that we just can't get third rounders and think they can replace these guys.
Right. Right.
They taking care of that offensive line to protect their good quarterback, and
it shows.
They got better on the offensive line, and that was their problem.
Yep.
So.
No, I agree, man. I totally agree. We gonna keep going through. We got CJ in the building. Cowboy Nation. Both them teams ask for much love to much you strong, beautiful men. Love what y'all doing. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. We got Hit Stick in the building. Hit Stick. My God, man. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show as always. Always a staunch supporter, man. Just like my main man, Christopher Raiders coming through, man. Absolutely appreciate y'all coming through. It's an honor to get to talk this talk, not only with Gravy, but with the rest of Raider Nation fans, man, because y'all support like no other, man. Last but not least, Alec and Raiders. Salute, chat. Salute you, Alec, and as always, I hope you enjoy the show, man. So yeah, man. I mean, we said we're gonna go through each and every one of these, and we'll just go through what we know. What we've got. Started from top to bottom. Chris Collier, what do you know about him? And again, hey, look, I'm going to be very candid and upfront if I don't know about these kids. Like, he's from Lock Haven, right? Yeah.
I don't think he has a carry, does he?
Exactly, no.
I don't think he has a carry.
Not a single NFL snap.
He's a second-year player. He was last year, right?
He is a second-year player. And believe it or not, yeah, he's probably the biggest running back we have. I don't know if you've noticed in the picture. He's the dude that looks like a superhero with the legs.
All right.
I know that pause, right? Let me put pause out there. But no, seriously, real talk. He's literally he's bigger than Zeus. That matters, bro. I mean, if you need a battering ram, as we know, Mostert is the goal line guy. I mean, he's just naturally been that. But still, Mostert, can you count on him, right? Who's that next guy up? If it's not him, I mean, I believe in McCormick, but let's be realistic. If me myself, is he gonna hold up? So, I mean, here we are talking about Chris Collier. Yeah.
The unrestricted free agent guy, probably a good practice player, giving good reps, giving good reps against a dummy team or something. He
Right.
deserves to still be there. I'll give it to him.
And I think that's my guess. Yeah, I think that's my guess too. I think he becomes practice player number one.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris Collier, they're not going to want to let him go because of his size. We already have guys,
I need that in the long run. There's a lot of guys that we keep around the Raiders that are superhuman looking.
Right.
They
right.
Don't no more. So
exactly. So that's my thoughts on that too. Obviously, we're going to put up the grades from PFF first and foremost. And then we'll put my grades up, and Gravy will also give his grades right after we go through these guys. But I did want to bring Collier up because there is that perspective of him being literally the battering ram on fourth down. Granted, our guys don't hold up. So don't be so quick to just think, we want to get rid of this kid. Like I say, I got a picture. I should pull it up just so people, you know what? I do. I have the picture, I think. Let me see. I think I have the picture.
I think I seen him out there on some special team plays.
Man, he's a big kid, man. That's what he's a big kid. He's a big kid.
It doesn't matter, Turf. You can win, lose games on special teams, bro.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't want to waste that time. I thought I'd be able to find it easily. I'll find it eventually, and we'll talk about it. But yes, big kid. Next up, Dylan Lowry. Yep, and I am going to be biased and make my noises on things that he's no longer a rookie. He's a sophomore. I personally think it's time to get rid of him. I mean, I'm just going to be blunt. What's your thoughts on Dylan Lowry?
One carry, one fumble. That's good enough for me, bro. I want an athlete. I want an athlete to return my kicks for me, and he's just the expectation for him was outrageous from the get.
Outrageous, wasn't it though? It was unfair. It was totally unfair on his part.
That made me not like him right off the bat. I'm sure he's a good kid. I'm sure he tries whatever. He's a little too small for me. But I don't need a swing running back on a team that's all you can do. And then you have one carry and one fumble is a problem. That's the reason why AP sat him.
It's insane. I mean, preseason carry, regular season carry. I mean, you're 2 for 2, buddy.
Yeah, so it's not
going to
work out for you. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a Raider.
Bingo. Same thing for me. Nope.
Practice squad, maybe.
Again, and that would be behind Collier, to be honest. Yeah. I just don't see it. Just won't make sense. So, but next up, my guy, Sincere McCormick, man. Obviously I graded him great. For what he came in for, 183 yards, 4.7 yards a clip, man. And that's what he did while he was in there until he got injured. So here's the stage for you, man. Talk candid about my guy. Don't be shy.
Love what he did when he was in there, but the bug is in him. That injury bug is in him. That's the reason. That's how we got introduced to the league, and we saved him, and then he got the opportunity, took advantage of that. I appreciate that, love that, and then got hurt again. So is he durable enough?
Yeah.
Say what we say about him, we don't know. And
right.
It'll be either one of these guys that we talked about before is going to take it over, or Sincere McCormick is going to do what we've been saying about him.
Right.
What he was going to do. So.
Yep.
When
Nope.
he had the opportunity to, I'm giving him credit that he took advantage of that and he did a good job.
Yes, and I agree with you, man. Look, I can be objective. I get it. He definitely has the injury bug that we have to see. I mean, at least get through 80% of your games one season. See, and that sounds funny because really we should be asking for more. I know that wouldn't pass the rundown test. Shout out to my nephew Rundown. He would be hot about missing any games, let alone
Man,
20%.
yeah, it's messed up for us to say that,
I know.
but
I know.
I played football before, and I was expecting not to get hurt. Don't get hurt. They
Ah,
would tell you that. Don't go out there. Don't go out there and get hurt. But you
right.
don't know. You just. But if you have a problem with it, then people start labeling you like that, Trevor. It's
Right.
unfortunate, but they do. They do.
Yep.
They do.
Oh, absolutely right. So, very valid commentary on my guy Sincere. He's got to put up, man. I mean, his number is going to get called this season. It's
I
guaranteed.
think this is his shot and his last shot.
Correct.
But
Correct.
even if we got Jeanty and things might happen, they're like it
Right.
fall down like last year, bro. It might fall down to him again. And I'm confident that if he gets that opportunity again, that
Yes.
none of those guys together, all added up together, probably got 4.7 yards a carry, bro.
No.
All together.
not even, exactly. Not even
This is the only
close.
running game we had, man.
He
We won
was
games. We won 2 football games when he was doing
because
it. Right?
his running. Yes. No, I agree. So now this is the guy that I personally think is currently the best running back in the running back room right now, and that's Raheem Mostert. I think he's the best running back in the room right now. I mean, considering what he's already currently done and his abilities. He's the fastest, right? He's probably the better one at goal line, regardless of size. It's just what he's good at. He can do it all, right? Out of the backfield, he can block.
Very, very underestimated as far as what the Raiders are seeing. Even when we didn't get Jeanty, it was I was so happy that we did this deal with him because I said now our running back room is at a different level as far as speed is concerned. We're not
Right.
gonna have a discussion about this dude getting snatched from behind by anybody. You show me a video when that ever happened, and it ain't gonna happen. And
Not
he was
almost.
just he was just in a position where he was with a faster a faster him for Miami. That's what it basically was. It was just
Yeah.
him, the same guy. They got the same guy but younger.
Yes.
That's what it was. So
Yes. No, absolutely. Absolutely,
that
man.
was his,
So,
and I'm sure he wants it more now because that happened to him. And it's unfortunate we ended up getting Jeanty. They're 2 different backs, but I'm gonna tell you something, Turf. When we do this, his game, Chip Kelly's game has always been outside zone. And if that
Right.
works, that's perimeter play. And man,
That's-
Mostert get out there and
that's what I'm saying, bro. Once he start eating up that ground, I've been trying to tell everybody, Mostert is he's more of the type Kelly running back because of that speed. It's just what it is, bro.
very, very. You're gonna see different stuff when he's running the ball. Different speed. You're not gonna see guys like that.
Nope,
But
because
he's
they don't
faster
have
than
that
Kaufman. He's
speed.
faster than Kaufman. He's faster than McFadden. It's different.
It's world class speed, ladies and gentlemen. World class track speed. So get ready. Yeah, get ready for it. And last but not least, to top off the running backs, man, Zamir White. I mean, probably literally the biggest disappointment probably ever at running back for me. Meaning in terms of what I saw the previous night. I don't blame it all on him, but I think it's probably the biggest disappointment, letdown, turnaround I've ever seen. What's your thoughts?
I understand last year that what they did to make him shine and take the responsibility of it, but I thought that the other one that we got from Minnesota,
Yes.
I thought he was in the same position the year before. they lost their running back. He took over that starting role and was the exact same thing as White did. So
Correct.
and now we make this guy our bell cow, and he's not really that. I think he's a put in, play in guy. He's not his level enthusiasm, his ism of playing football is totally different, man. He's big as hell and he
Right.
shows off his muscles. That doesn't make you a good running back, bro. I see little dudes blast big dudes, and the way they run the football, and the way and football's so different nowadays, Turf, and you know this, that it's space, it's how you can excel.
Right.
It's not these high knee type guys anymore. It's
Nope.
how close are your feet to the ground, and burst and speed, and
Yeah.
how do you get to that? And we're playing so much zone, is that his get off is. It's like watching Tyree Wilson get off the ball playing defensive tackle or defensive end.
So bad.
And these plays need to be done in 2 seconds. They need to be there fast.
Right.
So
Right.
he doesn't have that, bro. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Have that.
No, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Different with Mostard out there. We see different with Jeanty out there. They're the faster, bigger, stronger acceleration that Zamir White doesn't have.
Yep, I agree. Man, we got Rick Rock in the building. I just subscribed to the Ultimate Raider Fan Podcast. A salute to Turf. Salute to you, my guy. Appreciate you. Hope you enjoy the show. We got Space Beast in the building. Ultimate Gravy. Salute. Man, we got one of my other guys that's been coming through representing, supporting, man. Heavy Marcus Banks in the building. Turf, much respect to you always. Coach Gravy, much respect. Man, I'm glad y'all came through, man. Check it out. Space Beast. Space Beast in the building. What's up, Space? It's been a minute, my guy. Turf has 2 channels live. Yeah, man, I like to make sure I give the fans what they need, man, right? If you're on your phone, Turf got the vertical joint going. And, if you're at home in bed or, out on the couch and you got your big screen, man, we got the regular, horizontal version too, man. I like to accommodate. The Ultimate Raider Fan 32 show likes to accommodate. So we appreciate y'all for coming through, man. As always, we got Jeff, 401 Raider Jeff. Salute, Turf and Gravy and the nation. Appreciate y'all for coming through, man. You're right. Jeff is always everywhere, man. Jeff is the president of the New England Black Hole chapter. Still so happy for you on that one, man. Appreciate everything you're doing for all of that, because that's a big deal.
I told him better things will happen to him, bro. So he became a Black Hole president out there.
Right. That's what's up.
Perfect guy to do that.
Yep. We got Taddy 707 in the building. The end of the AP takeover year. He just ran straight into some big holes. Yeah, he definitely talking about. Yeah,
I got kids in Pee-wees. I got kids in Pee-wees that don't even do that, man. They got drills for that, man. I don't even use cones anymore. You use garbage cans and stuff now. So he needs that. He needs to do that all over again. He needs to do that all over again.
And as always, man, my guy Jeff coming through, bro, giving out those gift memberships. Man, you are such a great supporter to the show, to all of Raider Nation. Y'all really need to give it up for Jeff. Watch all of his shows, everything that he's got going on. He's really done an amazing job on that Friday night joint. That
30 shows.
Exactly, man. Hey, like Space said, he's all over everywhere. But hey, man, we really do appreciate you, man, because you really out there doing the Lord's work, as they say, in terms of this Raider Nation stuff. And I know you're putting together a lot for the opener up in New England. So shout out to Jeff. Can't wait to meet you there, man. And it'll be good times, man. So now we're going to jump into this wide receiver room. talk about each one of these boys one-on-one. Don't forget, we got the grade and report cards coming up right after this. And you will hear Gravy's taking what he would give as far as a grade for the players that are gradable. But that in itself, before I even start this round of the wide receivers, doesn't that scare you in itself? The fact that we have a whole bunch of players that aren't gradable because they either haven't played, never had a snap in the NFL, right? Like, isn't that a problem?
I've said that, Turf, and I get blasted. It ain't the only. It is the only, the three you have out there, bro. The three you have out there, and well, we got Brock Bowers, but Brock Bowers plays tight end. You know what I mean? And
yes,
are we considering him in this category? Because I'm not. I never did.
No, of course not.
He is the best tight end in football. He's not the best receiver in football. He's our best receiver. That's a problem.
Yes.
Coach football or anything, been in football. If you were the best running back, okay, fine. That's an explosive position.
Right.
Tight end he makes that position different. He's a different tight end. I understand that. He's badass.
Right.
In his first year, he did remarkable things his first year, and he is our best playmaker on the field as I speak.
Right.
Jakobi is our best receiver, but I think that we're giving Bowers the credit where it doesn't deserve that credit as a receiver.
Correct.
Because he did so much for us. And then also, I could take a minute. I think, Jakobi is a great receiver. I love that he's a Raider. I don't have no problems with that. But at Bowers, they wouldn't have had the season they had, even though they had great seasons. We pushed the ball to them so much at the end of the season,
right,
that it was borderline. You knew who was going to get the ball almost every damn play. I'm very, very happy that Jakobi Meyers did. He had a game or two games where he got 17 targets, 20 targets. That's what they do with Chase and Jefferson. Them guys type that.
Yeah.
Jakobi was just a great backup, great number two for Devontae, right? Devontae didn't work out. We need a Devontae, and that Devontae is not Brock Bowers.
Right.
Okay, we need the Devontae, and we think these two rookies can do that. I got skepticism for it, and young guys, we got to understand that young guys are going to do young guy stuff. Rookies are going to do LS. There's a reason why Thornton got picked in the 4th round, bro. And if he was all this and that we were saying, he could have a great camp. He could be catching everything or whatever.
Right.
If a defensive team is gonna eyeball Brock Bowers and throw their best defender on Brock Bowers, what happened when that happened when we played against San Diego?
Yeah.
Brock Bowers didn't do anything.
No.
That means they're not worried about our receivers. We need that guy. We needed that guy. We need to go get him. We drafted him, which I'm good with that. But
right.
I think we're not talking about Besh enough on what he is going to do or wants to do. And for people they're different guys. Besh is a better all-around receiver than Thornton is. I don't know
right.
If it's in your eyes.
Right.
We can talk about it.
Well, that's what we think, right? Because
that's what we think.
I'll be the first to admit I didn't know anything about Thornton and had no idea he actually had the ability to run the route tree and run it well, right? And the fact that he actually has receipts and did it well in Oregon. That was something that
passes.
Huh?
Yeah, 26. I'm sorry to cut you off. He had 26
right.
receptions last year, and which is
that was at Tennessee.
Yeah, but when he was at Oregon, I don't know what the problem was over there, but
right.
He went to an offense that's quarterback friendly as hell, and that makes any quarterback.
He played with Bo Nix. He played with Bo Nix.
Yeah, but that was Oregon. He ended up being at Tennessee, and he was the third, I guess, receiver at Tennessee. 26 receptions in a full year, that's not a lot, bro. They're looking the other way.
Right.
But what's impressive is that the kid had 620-something, 650-something yards with those 26 receptions. That's big play 6'5", real fast guy, deep threat and all that. I just don't want a guy throwing deep, and it's iffy for me. I'm not a deep ball type guy though, Turf.
Right.
I don't depend on that. But if I have it, I'll do it. But you're playing against different guys. Look at our corners in our division, man. I don't.
I agree.
Can he beat these guys? Can he beat these guys at 4'3"? Oh, I like that. 6'5", I like that. But you think corners are scared of that?
No, absolutely not.
But I'm up for it. I'm up for the development and watching. He's gonna make a lot of mistakes. And, us as Raider fans need to understand that, man. So,
Correct. Exactly. He was rookies. That's what
I've changed, Turf. I've changed so much. I've rolled into seasons with my goggles on, and yes, I'm doing this and that. And I know I don't want to downsize, but
right.
If you're comfortable with coach a rookie and not concentrate and just say, yeah, he's good, and then see what happens. And most of the time it's not good. So I hope he is. I hope he is what everybody says he is, but I'm more concentrating on a better receiver. We're not talking about Besh enough. He's the all around better guy, and I'm more focused on Besh, not a deep guy. We had that guy. We had him already, and then quarterback could have been the issue.
Right. True. Exactly. I mean, it's so ironic and funny you say that because that's the next player we're talking about, Trey Tucker. Speed guy. Our, Ruggs, right? Replacement. Whatever you want to call it.
Ruggs developed. Ruggs was the number one pick. He was the best receiver on his team, on his college team.
Oh, for sure.
And
no question.
And you didn't see that back then, and he was the one that was the fastest there. And 4-3 means a lot, Turf, and we know that.
It means a lot.
What do you do with that? What do you do with that 4-3 when you're just not running straight or doing a pole? Can he do an out and up? Can he stop on the dime? Can he turn? Can he make these receivers trip out? Can he do things like what if he get? He's not a super big guy. He's 210 pounds maybe. Real lean, tall guy. Get them high point balls. That's good. Your catch radius is great. That's great. That's all fine and dandy. I'm not saying that he sucks.
Right.
The expectations of this guy being a number one receiver for us, you got to dwindle those down a little bit and look at the possession guy that has 100 and something passes on his college career and gets hit and drags fools down the field when he's running aggressive. Getting guy. We got to jump on this dude's wagon to be our one or slot or something like that. Because these long, fast, deep guys, they can just give corners a little run fast all game if they want to. Defense could do that to you.
Correct. No, I am right along with you, my guy. 100% right along with you.
And they're not going to be stupid enough to throw their number one cover guy on Thornton because if you was coach, Thornton, go fade. We're going to tire this number one corner out. The defensive coordinators ain't that stupid, Turf. We're not going to do that. What can he do besides that?
Right.
We might get him a couple times going deep. That's great. That's great. Then.
Right. Nope. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I think this is a make or break year for Trey Tucker. I mean, you don't do anything this year. I think it's time to start having that conversation with your boys over in New England, where we'll be going week 1. You might want to make sure you have that conversation after the end of the game. Hey.
I don't know if that's a threat. I don't see Trey Tucker as a threat at all. Bro.
I don't either. That's my point. That's what I'm trying to say. I think he might need to be looking elsewhere. I'm not a Trey Tucker fan, and look, I've always been. I started out a fan of his. I loved everything about his background. Right.
Was great.
Yeah, I was going to just say I'll continue to use what was said about him. Right, his background in wrestling, right, being tough. He plays that way. Very aggressive, little man's disease like, but it just didn't, it wasn't proven with results. Where's the results? I mean, I get it. You can blame quarterbacks, but let's keep it a
Only
beam.
so far, bro.
I was
Only
gonna
so
say,
far,
hey, I
bro.
got a question for you. Are we talking about Brock Bowers? He got
Getting better.
results. Why did he get results? If you know
He
what I'm
caught them
saying?
balls too, bro. He caught those balls just like and so did Jakobi Meyers caught their balls from the guys. And
Just
Tucker
saying.
Tucker didn't get 10, 12 targets. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. You give it to the guy that don't drop balls.
Yep.
And then every time I seen Tucker do a great play, it's a replay, bro. There's a replay after it because the ball's bobbling somewhere. It's a great effort, great catch, but it's always a replay after it.
Correct.
Hang on to that sucker, man. I don't want to see that no more.
Correct.
Quarterback see that, he goes, man, I'm almost risking an incompletion or a pick because this guy's
or a potential bobble pick, right? All kinds of issues. Like if you can't trust it, no, it's a problem. But yeah, he's got some room to show and grow, to say the least.
If this is a scenario where Tucker's in as a 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, then I'm cool with that. But
right,
I think different if there's a rookie out there. More, I know eventually Thornton's probably going to be a better receiver than Trey Tucker because he's bigger and his radius is bigger. But that means a lot. The radius of him catching the football.
Absolutely.
But Trey Tucker's just so solid and little around in there. You could also think the way I am is that he's a little guy. He can do these China routes and get you a first down. Why go for the bomb when he could get a first down with this guy? He could take it to the house.
Right.
And that's the reason why Trey Tucker's, I like him, but his production, you got to question, like you said.
No results, right? No results, man. So I'm with you on that, man. I mean, and again, I stated, we're about to look at it here in a minute because I'm actually really just going to go over these names and move to the next segment because that is really our wide receiver room. It's Trey Tucker and Jakobi Meyers, really, because next you have Colin Johnson, Alex Bachman, Shedrick Jackson, Kyle Phillips, and Ian Thomas. That's what you got, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, we're switching over to the PFF grades and what they were capable of grading. And again, I think it's so eye-opening, alarming, bells ringing, red flags. I don't know if you can see this, Gravy, if you're watching but I have the grades up. Literally 80% of our players are not gradable. Seriously. And I'm going to just run it down as far as PFF grades. And when I say that, I mean literally not gradable, whether it be they just don't have enough snaps or they've never played a single down in the league. That's Chris Collier, Dylan Lowry, Sincere McCormick, Raheem Mostert, Zamir White. Yeah, all of these guys. Alec Bachman, Colin Johnson, Shedrick Jackson. And Kyle Phillips. None of these guys were gradable. We had 2 gradable guys. And check out the grades that PFF gave them. You got Jakobi Meyers with a C+. And then you got Trey Tucker with an F. 53%, I think. He was close to an F-.
That's bad.
Like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, literally, we have 2 gradable people. I actually put grades on some of these people. I'm just going to tell you right now. When we get to Turf's grades, and I don't know how Gravy will feel about it. Maybe you do have some grades for some of these guys. Maybe you're right along the same boat. Because I'll be honest, a lot of them I'm along the same boat. Right? There are a few guys you'll see on this next slide, but I want to make sure everybody soaks this in and we actually have a conversation about it. Because in my opinion, This is literally the opposite of depth. You can't even grade these guys. Like,
I agree with the Trey Tucker. 'Cause
yeah,
not once did he do with, I might be lenient, give him a D, as far as his play, but you know people could say that 539 yards is good, but for him, I don't think so. For what he was supposed to do, no.
yeah,
That was our problem, man, offensively, and we still have that problem.
yes.
We
Still have that problem, like
still
you
have that
just
problem.
said, and that's the problem I have, man. Like,
And we might, you know, over fill our the views that we have and stuff with the quarterback play. I understand that, but you really look at the season, and we can boil it down to what we see up on top. Those guys up top. That running game was nothing at all, and I'm pretty sure we would be seeing different stats up here if we had somewhat of a running game.
right,
And
absolutely,
we need to further understand that we, do we have a running game now? Just what we put in, we still got Zamir White, we still got Sincere McCormick. We don't know what Mostar's going to do. If we're going to get
right.
the Mostar from 2023, or we're going to get the one from last year. Those are two different dudes, two different guys. Here
Yeah,
we got a rookie that our expectations are. I'm hearing if he had 1,600 yards and he's a bust, and that's bullshit for me. You know what I mean?
right,
Okay, then if we don't get that, then how is this young receiving core or these guys that we don't know that have no stats, they can't even get graded on PFF, that to depend on them if Tucker doesn't do good, if
right,
Bash doesn't come to fruition, you know what I mean?
right.
We should have solved this problem with somebody
Okay,
big that has the stats to do it during free agency, and that's why kind of me and Gabe were a little upset about what we did in free agency.
yes.
Because of it. And defensively, it's doing the same thing too. But that's just another subject. That's another day. But
No,
I am concerned about the wide receiver core, not as much the running backs,
right,
but because of Mostart and Sincere, what you brought up, I'm
right.
comfortable with that. I think those two will do drastically better than what we
Yes,
had all last year.
I agree. Even just those two alone omit everything else in that
We
backfield.
scored 6 touchdowns rushing the ball last year. 6.
Right.
And I think 2 of them were by quarterbacks.
Yes. Yeah.
That's untalkable. That's laughable if you're in an NFL doing that.
Yes.
Laughable.
It is, man. I mean, again, not a single gradable running back. That I don't know.
Most didn't play enough last year to do it.
No, he only had a couple of 100 yards, almost 300 yards, 2 TDs. That's it. I mean, but he is a TD machine, right? So, and that's the thing, guys. We'll just quickly run through it. Chris Collier, practice squad, high college output. He did great in college. Again, he is the biggest running back we have. Pause. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Lobby. It's nothing to say, man. I mean, Sincere was the most efficient guy we had, right? And then here in PFF it says lead, like lead and lead back hope, if you will. Mostert, veteran TD machine. I don't see anything different. I mean, anytime we get inside the red zone, it's Mostert all day, even if Jeanty's doing well, in my opinion. It's just when you attract what you attract, use it while you got it.
He's used to being there, man. He has a knack for it. And
Yeah.
guys, you need to get those guys.
Yep. And Zamir underwhelmed after Jacobs back, right? Like, it's nothing there, man. It's nothing there. And we look at their wide receivers going down the line, starting with Alec Bachman. Again, you're just talking. There's no way to even give a grade. 31 yards, man. Depth. He's a depth wide receiver at best. At best, is that he won't even make the squad. I don't see how he makes the squad this year. Shedrick Jackson, undrafted free agent. Nobody knows him. Colin Johnson, right? 6 yards, 1 reception.
I brought this up, man. I brought this up a lot, and I got bing for it. Bing for it.
Yeah,
It was before we took our little vacation when I was doing little morning shows.
yeah.
Man, I'm not happy with it. That's when, and this was when Diggs was out there, and Keenan Allen is still out there.
Right, we could have
You know
got
what I'm saying? I
somebody
don't
still.
care who was out there. I say, get them,
Anything,
get them.
anything at this point. Nope,
And then
I get it. I get it.
people were telling me Gravy was crazy. Yes, I am, but I want to win, man. I'm tired of losing with
Right,
this mediocre. You know, you're going into the season with mediocre right receivers,
mediocre
and
at best.
get somebody, because our tight end is our best playmaker on the
Playmaker.
team,
Yes. No, you're right. You're right.
and that's not good to me. You know,
It's not good. It shouldn't be good to anybody.
and I
That's
get
it.
I get the responses like, well, look at Kelsey.
Right,
Kelsey has the best quarterback in the NFL, or
right,
one of them, right? So
right.
that is the notches amongst our quarterback play. Still to this day, it is. We got a better quarterback that's, the give or take, throws a lot of interceptions and makes lot of the mistakes in the red zone.
Right.
And then to top that off, who was the worst red zone team in the NFL last year offensively? The Las Vegas Raiders. That's what I
Exactly.
want to stop, sir. I thought our intention was to stop all that. You know,
Right.
we might have got a running back that could do it. Sincere could do it. Most
Right.
a touchdown machine, that they say.
Yes.
Where's our receiving touchdown maker at? You know, Bowers, he didn't have a lot of touchdowns last year.
No, not at all. Not to what we can expect or hope to.
And I understand bad quarterback play, but
Right.
we have a guy that's not successful, that makes mistakes in the red
Right.
zone. You know, Geno Smith does that. Now, most of his interceptions was in the red zone.
Right.
Most of his bad stuff happening was in the red zone.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
like
have
the
to
Geno
see.
pick.
We're gonna have to see what happens. We got cornbread in the building. Raider fucking nation, baby. Cornbread. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show as usual. Dante is Gino's new DK. I like that. I'll take that. I'll take that.
We'll
every
see it.
day. We got ASAP Hood Go Bahaha in the building. Yo, Turf. Respect to the panel. Looking hella good. I'ma spread the word. Hey, I appreciate that. I hope you do. And also, obviously, man, hope you enjoy the show. We got Space B saying facts crazy, as always. And Space, I hope me turning that mic up right for y'all that's in the chat, hopefully that turned up and worked for you, man. We got Jack Kenner in the building. My guy Jack, man. Appreciate you coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Salute. Crazy Turf. Brothers. Yeah, appreciate you.
You argue with me? You argue with me already?
Yeah, Jack. Yeah, Jack is the guy, man. Jack is the homie.
Hello, Jack.
100%. Raider P in the building. At least we dodged the Judkins bullet. Taking him even in round 2 would have ruined the draft. You know what, man? It's so unfortunate. I actually did touch on that earlier this morning.
Yeah.
Earlier in the show. You're right, man. You're right. I don't know what it sucks, man. I mean, these kids are gonna have to learn the hard way, man. They're gonna have to learn the hard way. It is what it is, man. I don't know, right? It's no different than people still getting speeding tickets. It's no different than people still driving drunk. Like, it's gonna happen, man. You know what I mean? And the list will just continue to grow, unfortunately. But,
and you know what, Turf? The young men that are, that we're grooming to as being young football players now, and the way they're getting brought up into being professionals and stuff is not professional. It's not
correct.
When we were around, Turf, it was football. That's it. You knew if it wasn't your life and you were gonna be good. Turf, you were one of the best running backs in college. I seen that. I knew that, and
Right.
and you knew something good was gonna happen to you.
Yes.
in life, no matter what, if it's football or not, because you're a
Right.
smart guy, it's unfortunate how these people can't, these young men can't get out of what their environment is. But
Right.
when you come into a situation to where it's good and everything's gonna be good, you can stop yourself from making mistakes like this. And I know sometimes it's hard. It's very hard because I was a dumbass back when I was young too. But I always knew that if I was borderline of getting locked up, or I'm gonna get in trouble, or I'm gonna get killed, or
Right.
anything like that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get out of that situation. I'm gonna be out of that. And I was so dumb that I didn't do that, Turf, and I made the mistake of doing things bad.
Right.
And it's just so ironic how you could have blessed with all this money, you're taking care of people, and it is stressful. It is, you make bad decisions, but you gotta know there gotta be something to teach you
Right.
of who you're around or whatever to make you regulate your mind, to put a speed bump between your mind and your mouth, you know what I mean? In between
All of
right
it.
here to
All
say,
of it. All
to
of it.
do something,
Yeah. No, I'm
It's
with
not
you.
getting implemented enough. It's not getting implemented enough. And I see it all around. I see kids doing it with the schools that I've coached at, and then they're not hip to it because you can make money in college, you can fail school, still make the money, and then move on to somewhere else. They make it that easy for you to do that and still have the same problem.
Right.
That needs to stop. And I think the NIL is messing up football in general,
It
and we're
is.
starting to get those kids. I'm sorry to go off subject, but we're getting those
No,
kids that
you
are
cool.
benefiting from all that not knowledge that we're sending these kids. They're getting paid to do something that's fun, that's supposed to be
Right.
fun,
Right.
and you're just taking it for granted and doing dumb things, and now you get caught. And people don't care who you are. People don't care who you play for the Ravens.
No.
People don't care if you play for the Cleveland Browns. You're
Right.
gonna get in trouble.
You are.
So
You're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. So I mean, with all that being said, right, we're gonna flip it to the next screen and the final screen, which is Turf's grades. This is Turf's grades right here. And I'm gonna go through them, man. I'm gonna let y'all know exactly how I feel. Let me get this screen straight though. I gotta make sure the screen is right. I think
I go off your grade. I go off your grade to see if I agree or not.
Yeah, exactly. And like I told you, we'll make sure Gravy tunes in on this and gives his honest opinion. Right now, what I'm trying to do is just get this right so that Instagram and anything else, YouTube too, for the people that are looking at the vertical. So we are all set. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about this, man. I'm just gonna talk about the ones graded. Dylan Lowry. I think we already discussed it. You can't get the ball twice and fumble twice. Once in preseason, once in regular season, or was there both preseason? Either way, he's lucky he didn't get enough. Yeah, he's lucky he didn't get enough from me. I gave D- because I already had given him a hard time to begin with. But that's what I got for D-Low. Now, this is where people are going to be mad. Well, I shouldn't say mad, but they're going to be like, oh, Turf showing that favoritism. You got dang right. Sincere McCormick, B-. And the only reason he got a B- is because of the injury. If he actually would have played the rest of the season and continued to produce that 4.7 yards per carry that you see on the screen, right? If he would have done that, you would have been seeing an A or an A-. That's what you would have been seeing because I don't know. I didn't bring it up probably this show. I bring it up a lot, though, because I don't think a lot of people understand statistics in the NFL. There are only 3 running backs of all time to ever average 5 yards or more in their career. And Raheem Mostert is one of them, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously. There's only 2 other guys. I want to say like Walter Payton and something like it's wild.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Jackson and Marcus. I think it might be Marcus though.
It's not Marcus Allen. Trust me, I would know that one. You know, Marcus Allen's my favorite. He is somebody that
Bo Jackson for sure.
Yeah, Marcus Allen is a one of one. Shout out to my main man. You see him. He's a one of one. He's the only player to win MVP and a chip in both. I believe that's what it is. So he was obviously MVP and collegiate champion, MVP and NFL Super Bowl winner. And I want to say he's the only one, any player, any position to ever do that. So, but yeah, yes, yeah. I picked a good one to get behind. But yes, Sincere McCormick's my B minus. Zamir White, he's lucky he got a D. He's lucky he got a D. I mean, the only reason he got a D, I guess he didn't have that many fumbles. I don't know. He should have earned an F2, to be honest. I'm just gonna be real blunt here. Should have earned a D minus. Right around. I couldn't put him and Lobby on the same playing field though, for obvious reasons. At least he wasn't fumbling like that. He's not 2 for 2. You know what I'm saying? Like Jakobi Meyers. I thought some people might be mad. Some people be like, no, that's a good grade. B minus. I believe he had a C plus or a C, 75.2, something along those lines as far as a PFF grade. So I gave him a good deal here with a B minus from that respect. And last but not least, Trey Tucker. I mean, he got an F as far as PFF. Clearly, I guess I'm biased here. And I don't know because I'm actually pretty hard on Tucker. But a C minus, I thought I was trying to be fair. I wouldn't be mad at a D. I wouldn't be mad at a D plus or even a C for the people that think he did better than the C minus. But that's kind of where I'm at with these grades, man. And now that I've said mine's out loud, we're gonna go right back to the top, man, for you. And again, you grade the ones, or you say not applicable. If yeah.
We're talking. Well, production. We start with Dylan Lobby.
Yep.
I'm just straight failing right there.
I love it. See, you're not nice. Yes, I agree. I agree.
Nice. I don't like turnovers. I don't know what coach does, and you did it twice. So once is enough for me. That's it. But he needs to get better at that if he wants to stick around.
Yes.
That's what you.
Yeah.
The McCormick, I'll give him a solid B.
Yeah.
What he did, like I said, he pumped up we had a running game. You could say successful running game with him in there.
Right.
I'll give him just a solid B, not a B minus.
Right.
Raheem Mostert, my expectations is he didn't play for us last year. His production was low last year.
Right.
With the Miami finesse team, different than what we're gonna do with Chip Kelly.
Correct.
He fits perfectly on what Chip Kelly does.
Yeah.
In the outside zone. I'm gonna say from the start, I'm gonna say if he gets in more than I expect him to, or around I expect him to, I'm gonna say A minus for him.
Hey.
So
yeah,
I'm gonna say A minus for him.
For most.
And then Zamir White would be a D minus. I don't expect a lot from him. I'm not gonna say an F because you mentioned that he doesn't have a problem fumbling the ball.
Right.
But his get up and his speed, and his reaction needs to be way better, 100% better. He's lucky he would be a F. Close, very close.
I agree. Yeah.
Jakobi Meyers would be a solid B for me. I expect him to have another great season.
Yeah.
Reliable, great with blocking downfield. Doesn't have a problem with that. Those are the type of guys that I like. I like guys like that.
Me too.
To intensify your running game and that aspect of it. Every receiver nowadays needs a block, and if you don't like it, they'll weed you out. Yeah, that's just special. Unless you're one of them guys, them special guys. If you can't block for your running backs, you're gonna get weeded out the NFL quickly. And if you can't pass protect, so I know Mostert can't pass protect. We give these guys, a lot of college kids really don't go into the NFL learning and knowing how to pass protect turf. All that. They learn how to do that in a professional way. Correct. So we really can't say that a college player knows how to pass protect, but they learn it extensively where they have to know how to do that to be successful player in NFL. We had a guy that we got rid of, Jalen Richard, professional A grade pass protector. He made a lot of money being on teams for the Raiders. He made a lot of money. He made more money than some of the second string guys.
Yes.
Because he knew how to play. He specialtied at that. And I don't know if he's still playing, but he was great at that.
Yes.
But
one of my
Jakobi Meyers,
one
of my players. I enjoyed watching him pass protect. That's why I think so highly of him, because a lot of running backs don't do that good as he did. He wasn't that big of a guy. He just knew how to put his hands out there and do attack. He knew how to do that.
Correct, man. Correct.
If I want to show a kid how to pass protect, I'll show him
Jalen.
That's the way you do it.
Yep.
Trey Tucker, I'll give Trey Tucker a D. I'm not a Trey. I think you thought very highly of him, giving him a C, a passing grade, but
C minus. C minus. C minus.
He's still passing though, but he doesn't pass in my book.
Right, and he did not pass as far as PFF, so that's very fair, man. That's very fair. Yeah, man.
Guys, we just gotta hope. And then what that boils down to is that the guys that we didn't see were expecting to start and play.
Right.
So
yep.
We got shit, and then we got rookies. It's different. I'm thinking different. So
correct.
I'm not a hope and wish guy, but that's what we're depending on for us to have a successful wide receiver core when you need that.
Yep. So there y'all have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the grades. I love it. We were spot on with each other for the most part. Maybe a couple of here and there, not too far off. Brent Beers, my guy. Salute, fellas. Raider Nation. I see we got a few people sneaking up in here late, man. But it's exactly what I expected, man. Geo Max in the building. I see you, Geo Max. Appreciate you for coming through. Yeah, man. I think
what are expectations of the young guys, the young rookies that we have that are instantly getting action?
Right.
Do you think that that's a good thing, or do you think they're better than the guys we have, or what's your expectations as far as interest?
I don't think it's a good thing. I think that's why we'll win 6 games this year, because we are counting on people that, there's really no way it's fair. It's fair to think that they can come into this league and hold their own as a rookie. I mean, our schedule is atrocious. Right? I don't care who you are. Our division is even worse than the schedule. Right? So, I mean, I don't see how we get out of the first 3 games without having all 3 losses. Again, I've played this back every which way till Sunday. I think people are going to run the ball on us. They're going to know that that's what their plan is. And look what's in front of them. A line without Wilkins. We're gonna have, like you just said, a bunch of rookies that you see what I'm saying. So now we're gonna have rookies coming in, stopping these lines. It just doesn't even make
my total record wins dropped when Wilkins when this shit with Wilkins is going on, bro.
Right.
We're so quick to say, oh, he can be replaced.
Right.
Next man up.
Right.
Realization of it that we ain't got another Christian Wilkins, and there's not one out there. That's why he's getting $100-something million.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that.
Correct.
And if we lose him,
you don't replace
this guy. JJ Pagu's a rookie gonna come in here and do what he does. Nah, he can't.
You know,
that puts more pressure on our secondary. That I probably
that already is non-existent. It's non-existent.
Get more frustrated at that. Yeah. So we will see. And I hope. I'm not rooting for my team. We're young. We're super young. And,
right.
And we need to take care of our best player. We can't be out here. What I'm hearing is crazy. Forget Colton Miller. Forget him.
Right.
If we didn't have Colt Miller, we would win 5 games.
No, I agree. They had to have. They would have had to draft somebody instead of Jeanty in order for me to be comfortable with.
Feel comfortable with that.
Yeah, but I've never been a Colton Miller fan in general, so that goes to show. If I'm saying we need Colton Miller,
and that's bad. I was gonna just say that.
It's bad. It's no different than our secondary, and without having Wilkins, what that really looks like. Because I was never really a believer in the only one that we have returning as it is, and that's Jakobi Bennett. I'm still torn on the kid. He hasn't played a full season.
Yeah.
Best
of bug too. He gets the bug too.
Exactly. Like, bro, these are all valid concerns. They're valid, objective concerns. It's not hating. It's not. It's just what it is, and we can, pull the wool over our eyes and go to sleep and act like it's going to be okay. But I don't think it's going to be.
Me and Turf are bitching about it. I'm not gonna say I told you so, but I'm just gonna say got this guy was there, free agency. We want to be on a budget. At first, go get this guy. Now we do things cheap.
Right.
And 1-year contracts, that's just trying them out. And then they're gonna ball out for the Raiders, and then we're gonna get cheap on them, and then they're gonna bounce and get more money. That's what happened. I thought it was bad that we got rid of Hobbs. I didn't like us getting rid of Spillane. I didn't like, I rather would have kept Morig than get Chin.
Right.
So it's, if we can't stop the run, Turf, we better freaking stop the run, bro. We better be top 3 stop and run defenses. We got a bunch of linebackers that do just that.
Right.
That do just that. And then our problem was getting beat 3rd and 15 right in the middle of the field. Where's that? Where's that safety? Where's that stoppage at?
Right. Yep.
So I don't know. That's defensive ball, and I don't want to mess up your show with that. But
it's all good.
I'm concerned with several positions, and we're at the point of the season where everything's balling, everything's great, the OTAs are gonna start. These guys are gonna hit. It ain't gonna matter. The guys that are better are gonna start. These guys are contractually hitting only like an hour a day during OTAs. You know what I mean? So
yes,
it's in a collective bargain that they would have went on strike if they had to hit more times in practice. That's the way the players are in the NFL now.
Right.
You had to do 5 hours of hitting, and they ain't like that way no more.
Right.
It ain't like that.
I agree. We got Raiders transplant Angelo in the building. Turf and gravy. Salute. And we got Geomax, man. Geomax. Appreciate you coming through as always. Hope you enjoy the show. Wilkins hasn't done shit as Raider. How can anyone put him as a top dog when he's been a no dog? Next man up. Coaching, baby. It's all about coaching. And then 12.
Who's that next man up, though? Who's that next man up?
Yeah, exactly. Geo's next.
Who's the next man up for Colton Miller?
Yeah, it's slim. Those things are slim, man. And the fact that Wilkins hasn't done anything, I can't argue because he got injured. And even before he got injured, it wasn't like he was Chris Smith or anything. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. I agree. But
he's not as good as that. He's not him, but he it was hard for the offensively to do things when
he was available. Exactly.
Is better than anyone else we got on this team.
Bingo. Whether you love him, hate him, any of that.
It's a big drop off. So if he ain't doing shit, these other guys, you expect them to play like that?
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
He's definitely we're gonna miss him because even if he plays, right, he won't be himself till half the season, if that. And even then, will he be himself? Like, who knows, man? I hope they just let the guy sit. Go get that shit fixed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go get it fixed. You already made the money. You paid the money. At least get the production out of him from the beginning of the season. Not halfway through the season when he's.
We were saying at least still rehab it. Well, I think Gabe was saying that maybe he got the surgery again later, earlier, and he's going through that right now, and then we're gonna put him on injured reserve for 4 weeks or whatever.
Right.
Then he comes back game 5 and then go through the motions of doing that. But either way, whoever's backing him up is not that. So unless somebody surprises us, but when do we get that?
Right.
Same guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, hey, this was an episode for the Ultimate Raider Fan 32 show. Gravy, I appreciate you for coming through, man. As always, man, let the people know where to find you.
Hey, Raider Nation Live. This is Coach Gravy. I got my boy Raider Gay 420.
Yes, sir.
My other good boy. What up, Low, man? We're gonna start getting back together. It's hard for us to get together, but on Sunday for sure. This Sunday coming up, we're gonna have a show, and I think we're gonna have a guest. And Turf is gonna be with us as soon as the season starts getting going. You see a lot of Raider Nation Live going on, and some individual stuff amongst us. But Turf, man, thank you very much for letting me on, man. It's always good to talk football with you, bro.
Absolutely, man.
You and all the other guys, man, I appreciate it, bro. And I wish a bunch of blessings to you and your shows and your family and stuff, and everything will be well, man. Thank you very much, bro.
Thank you, boss. You too, man. Absolutely, man. And hey, as always, you know the schedule over here, man. Tomorrow we got with Coach Angelo and myself the Knockout Canvas. That's tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, Thursday. My main man is back from vacation. Spence, dead in the water. I think we'll be watching an NBA Summer League game on Thursday. And yeah, it is what it is, man. But yeah, we appreciate everybody. As my saying goes, I say it all the time. Salute. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. And until next time, Gravy, peace. We out.
Raiders! Let's go, baby! Good in that silver and black. Talk about the game, so I'll be handing out cards and everything. I'll be at every Raider game.